have a lot more news. We'll be looking at the newspapers. Mama V is here. Good morning to you.
Very good morning.
With the Daily Graphic. What's on the front page?
What's on the front? Have you seen this?
Yeah. I saw it this morning. I said,
well,
yeah.
I think
but it's free SHS, and
yeah.
we have to give government the credit for, one, starting the whole initiative in the first place, and making sure that it sees.
Why are you sounding like a politician?
No.
But this
because
is
on my street yesterday, on my lane, a lot of students who went to senior high school were pretty much happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those who went for the prospectus, just like we were discussing.
Yeah.
Apparently, some of them went and had to come back. So.
Well,
so the parents were pretty happy.
In recent times, the conversation has been the fact that this is unsustainable because it's very expensive.
I think that I'll go with Mr. Kofi Bentel's argument that we need to increase the VAT rate so that all of us can contribute into the pool.
Well, fortunately, the person who owns the whole policy is telling us in the graphic where the money is going to come from, how we're going to fund this. So you've got to stay with us. Details of all the nauspapers headlines and the online review, plus your text messages coming up. But just for you, Roland Walker, I thought I'll play some Sarkodie. How do you like that?
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, so here we go.
Right, and this from his latest album, I believe. From the new album, and this one is titled Glory.
Yeah.
Talking about new album, you can always get them on YouTube. Sarkodie did the launch, I believe, too, or over the weekend.
I hear that the album is dope. I mean, this is. I think I've heard about 3 songs on the album, but I need to get it and listen to it proper.
You see, yeah.
Yeah, so that I can figure him out on this album. But I hear he's okay. Well, the few I've listened to, you know, normally it's like kind of like a dancing kind of tune, but he's a rapper. So I've listened to one where he's actually pouring his out, which is like a lot of passion, you know, and that's what you want from a musician. So maybe I might like all the songs on the album.
Yeah, I'm a like. That's all we need. Well, let's do the Daily Graphic.
Let's do the Daily Graphic, front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Here we go. President clears air on oil, natural resources to fund free SHS. I was talking about it a while ago. We'll get into the details on page 3. For those who thought this whole policy was unsustainable, you probably would have to come again, because now the president is telling us exactly where the money is going to come from. But this is the picture of a woman who is she going to SHS1? Isn't she too old?
She is, definitely.
Just depicting, you know, what this whole free SHS policy is about. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, we brought you details in our AM News just a while ago. Kolebu biomedical scientist hits at post by stray bullets. This is a very unusual story. Like, you don't even know where it's coming from.
What's so usual about it?
I don't know. Do you
watch CSI Las Vegas and all that?
I do. You see, that's it.
No, but seriously, I mean, I saw the intro to the story. It said it was mysterious, and we have a hole in the glass.
Exactly.
That's showing that a bullet went through.
So where did it come from?
No, but do you know how snipers work? We have people who are 800 meters away and they shoot through.
But listen, you don't want to think about.
It could have been a stray bullet.
You don't want to think about a sniper in Ghana.
Spirituality. This present day.
You don't want to think about a sniper in Ghana. I mean, we're talking about Kolebu for crying out loud.
I'm not talking about. I'm only trying to give examples as to how bullets can travel far and make entry anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
but at the end, it could have been a stray bullet. Not meant normally, maybe for something else.
I get it, but I'm looking at where Kolebu is. It's not even as if there's a police or there's a military, something around that they could have been.
Unfortunately, where guns are located in Ghana, there are no military or police people. I'm sure in your neighborhood, people have guns. Is there a police depot in your area? I'm not too sure. So those are some of the things that we have to take a look at.
Wow. Well,
it's just unfortunate that this has happened. But the thing is, what we should be questioning is, are police agencies really competent enough to do that? Because this one goes beyond their competence, because we have no data for DNA. We can't match fingerprint with any data. So the best solution somebody can give is that it's spiritual.
Okay,
so it stops anybody from investigating.
Let's give a fair representation. They do have some form of data but I'm not sure it's enough because they've been collecting fingerprints for a while now. Except that I'm not sure.
Are you sure they've been collecting?
I'm not sure they've got a great collection. That's what I mean.
They've been collecting
the Ghana police, yes. But let's be fair to them. They've been doing a few things.
They have a national data system.
Yes.
Everybody's data is on it.
Yeah.
So that's how they match the fingerprint. They don't collect. That's how they match. Everybody is on it. We don't have, and that's why our police can't work well. And we have to be realistic.
We get you. We get you.
Intro now you're trying to say and that's spiritual to this day and age.
No, but listen, hey. You also want to be taking what people are you want to take what people are saying. It's not the news is not about you. It's not about what you think. It's also about what people have said about the incident.
I see.
So, yeah, but let's still continue with stories making the front page headline in the Daily Graphic newspaper. HES GNPC awards scholarship to 125 SHS students in Western Region. Gold Key Property construct school for Breman Jamara is also another headline. But this story about the source of funding for the free SHS. President Akufo-Addo yesterday put to rest the vexed question as to how the government was going to fund the implementation of the free senior high school policy. Speaking at the official launch of the NPP's flagship educational program at the West Africa SHS was at Adenta near Accra, the president said, quote, "We have decided to use proceeds from our natural resources to help educate the population to drive our economic transformation." That declaration by the president put to rest concerns of a section of Ghanaians, including the minority in parliament, over how the government is going to fund the free SHS program. And I think I may have given some wrong information yesterday. The president didn't go to WAS. It wasn't WAS. So the program was launched there, but it's not an old school of his.
You mean?
You get it from yesterday's review. I thought he went there, but I think he went to. Okay, look at me again, no. But he went to a certain school in Accra.
Yeah, let's save it. I know that he'd been saying he stayed at Swalaba and all that.
Let's go to page 16 in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Okay, no, I think we're through with this story because it was quite extensive in our news. This stray bullets that hits a biomedical scientist at Post Akolibo Teaching Hospital.
But good that he was saved. He's not dead.
He was
so
what? No, he's alive. Yeah,
thank
God he's alive. He's going through treatment, so we wish him well. He'll come out really strong. It's just strange.
I think that we have to go to him and see how the number of forces that are attacking him spiritually.
Oh,
that will compel bullets to be fired.
Page 23. Okay, so 125 students have become beneficiaries of the HES Ghana Exploration Ghana National Petroleum Corporation Scholarship Program to enable them to further their education at the senior high school level. Just fascinated because there's already free SHS, so I wonder what they're giving them. The scholarship awards bring the total number of beneficiaries in 6 coastal districts hosting the country's oil and gas activities to 646 since the inception of the program in 2012. Following the government's free SHS policy, which commenced this year, the HES GMPC scholarship program will cover the cost of boarding, books, academic materials, and kits of the beneficiaries. Still, because you don't pay for boarding if you're going to a public senior high, and some of the books are provided, so I still don't quite get it. But
don't get the drift at all.
Yeah, I mean, okay, but the details of that story. Moses Akloboto will not be excited with me, but there's free SHS. So if you're giving them free scholarship, unless they're going to a public school, that's when it would make a lot of meaning to me, really.
No, but they may pay some...
Maybe provisions. Small is illegal.
We'll have to ask Moses.
Small
so when he was covering the story, what was he thinking
small
about?
Is illegal.
You know, Moses likes critiquing, so Moses is a clover.
Unless the computer didn't place them.
You see the one who filed the story?
No. Let's do the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. On the back page, Gold Key Property construct school. It replaces collapsed block at Breman Jamara. And this is the kind of, private initiatives that we encourage people to do. So a newly constructed 2-unit kindergarten classroom block has been handed over to the people of Breman Jamra in the Central Region. The facility constructed at a cost of 200,000 Ghana cedis, but Gold Key Property Limited Real Estate Developers replaces the Breman Jamra Methodist School KG block, which collapsed and killed 6 pupils early this year. Roland, you remember the story? Our own Justice Baidu would follow up and bring us an extensive report following the collapse of the building. It was so disheartening. And so this is the new block that's been raised. Everybody should be excited, and we should be absolutely praising the company that did this, the real estate company, Gold Key Property Limited. We thank you for your, this is part of what, corporate social responsibility?
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
But this is it. We identify the exact, but let's not wait for the buildings to collapse. So, you know, on JoyNews, as part of our agenda, for instance, we tell so many stories. MTN, you know, Ohiming filed another report for us like this, and then MTN, the MTN Foundation, decided to put up. So we need a lot more organizations to, once you hear the report, even if you don't hear a report and you spot it, please do something about it. Yeah, but this is certainly good. More stories in the Daily Graphic newspaper of today. Roll.
All right, so we have the Daily Guide newspaper is the next story we're looking at, or the next newspaper. It has on the front page, free SHS at last. Parents rejoice, NDC licks wounds. And then we have police tear gas Galamsey operators, also on the front page. And paperless port grabs 230 million Ghana cedis. Let me read that. It's been going on that there's 56% realization of revenue, etc., as a result of the new paperless system, and that has been introduced. And that story is on which page? I believe page 9 of the paper, and it says that paperless. It's not on page 9. It's on page 8. It says the implementation of the paperless clearance system at the country's ports in the first week increased the collection rate by some 56%.
But didn't it also slow down?
Well, I think that will get better.
Okay.
It will get better. I have a friend at the port who said that perhaps they should have experimented with it instead of making...
They didn't do any pilots?
I'm sure they may have done.
Because
but the thing is, I won't say Ghana for the system.
Because I know that they introduced a bit of paperless before it went full-blown.
I think that's a way to go.
Like
I mean, this is how we can never do it, because the whole system is, once it's automated, it means you have to deploy it fully before you get to. And according to Dr. Baumia, revenue increased from 130 million Ghana cedis to 230 million Ghana cedis within the first week of September 2017, as compared to the same week in September 2016.
So how much have we made that? So are we okay? Well, I don't know. I just have this crazy idea.
But I thought that we should also talk about the volume of goods that have been. But I'm sure all that is taken into consideration.
Yeah, and but if there's a lot more, if the volume is high, then it means that this is also speeding up. So whichever way you look at it. But where would those monies have gone to? I'm thinking.
Oh, individuals' pockets. No, not individuals'
not
pockets.
Exactly.
But not. Sometimes people don't collect it as cash. They take a little. The companies take a little
of your goods.
Yeah. You know, a lot of the thing, or maybe they just dole out a little and then not pay up. Not as if that they pay the difference to somebody.
Okay. Yeah. So
more I have
like
a couple of friends
who or something.
Yeah, they kind of under invoice, you know, that kind of system. Yeah, because they're regular customers of the people, so it's always easier to say that I want to bypass the system. We have the center spread, and you have Van Vicker, who is a film actor, a movie actor in Ghana, and producer. And I support Nanado's free SHS, Van Vicker. Timber truck traps Kofi Sapong, and we thank God for his life. But according to the story, his sister is still in critical condition, and we pray for her life. Now, use social media for business, and that's Regina Van Helvet. And Social Media Week has kicked off here in Accra. I've been trying to find some time and see whether I can pass through. I'll try and see and call. I'll try and call Maximus and see whether I can get to the next point.
Which one is that? Social media for business.
Yeah, social media. There's been a social media week launched, so this year's social media week. I want to pass through and see.
If you're through with the daily guide, let's continue with the Finder newspaper. Today's Finder, you'd find on the front page, free SHS, criticisms welcome, President declares as he formally launches flagship program. It's only
I was congratulating the President.
Hey, would you congratulate him every day?
And then Mamavi says I'm doing politics. I'm only saying that.
Yeah, you're doing politics. I still stand by it.
That's a good one.
Listen, it is his responsibility to make things easier for parents. And yeah. So.
And for the moon crowd, it be
a
responsibility.
On the front page of the
when John Mahama was building the infrastructure, we say it is his responsibility. This one
mobilization of revenue through technology. And Minister charges NSS to reduce charge on private sector. Also, port revenue jumps by 83 million Ghana cedis. So that's the difference as you read the story.
No.
This is
the difference I read here is 100 million.
Well, 83 is close. Maybe this wrapped it up.
No, look.
This is exact. So that's a revelation being made there by the Vice President, Dr. Baumia. You can read details of these stories in the Finder newspaper of today. So, you know, if you're criticizing the policy, President says it's absolutely welcome, which I think is a good thing. There's only criticisms that will make the policy better anyway. I was going to say positive criticism, but what is positive criticism? I think it's just fair criticism. Yeah.
Objective.
Objective. Thank you. But that's it for the Finder newspaper. There are a lot more stories.
But if you're criticizing objectively, are you neutral? You're not neutral.
If you're what?
You're biased.
If you're criticizing
objectively, you're biased.
No, if you're criticizing objectively, you're not biased.
But who determines your objectivity?
Is the person who
your objectivity favors.
I think it's the people who are receiving your message. And yes. I think that people should listen, people can talk about free SHS, they can criticize it all they like, but it's up to us to determine if what they're saying is objective or not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That consistently, for example, if let's say what
Roland, can you move on from free? Why do you bring the policy?
The Daily Dispatch newspaper, it has on the front page. You know, my children will be enjoying it.
Do the Daily Dispatch.
5 years time. And that's a MPP was so strong. The Daily Dispatch newspaper. Good for who's a Ghana the new president.
Roland, do the Dispatch.
The Daily Dispatch newspaper has on the front page Ekufuado's plans to create new regions in danger. Apparently, the EC has been barred from holding any meeting by who? Iyoko. So it's because of the ongoing investigations into the body, the transactional activities of the institution, etc. Police to prosecute 2 businessmen for assaulting minister. Yeah? Who's the minister? Let's see. Okay, the Rose Minister. Power be power. Power be power. Penyin be penyin.
Okay, so you're through?
Yeah, we're through.
All right, we'll turn attention to online now, to MyJoyOnline.com. But before that, let me read some of your messages that have come through. From Mr. Togbi Chale inside Buipe in the capital of Central Gonja district says, he wants to draw attention the attention of the government that the only technical vocational school in the district has no workshop equipment and tools for the students to use. That's your message to us this morning. This one says, Nanado's free SHS is here. If you don't believe him, okay, yeah, we're not doing politics. We know he's here. If you want to say something, go straight to the point. This one says, please investigate the diploma nurses who are on national service. They've not been paid their allowance since they started in April this year. My daughter is one. George in Debugri in Y sending us that message. We'll definitely look into it. Thank you. This one is AU Farouk in Tamale says, the conflicting statement about the free SHS policy should be made clear to us. The program will see many challenges due to its bad foundation. So what's the exact conflicting information that you're getting. You can pass it on to us. If we have any information, Roland and I, we will share it with you. This one says, Roland, it is rather free wahala and not free SHS at the Savulugu Senior High School, from Mohammed Nat in Tamale. Mohammed, you might want to tell us exactly why you think it's free wahala and not free SHS. We want more details. But Roland, myjoyonline.com.
So we have myjoyonline.com. First story, fate of UT Capital workers uncertain, we're told. And apparently the management of GCB is terminating the appointment of about 1,000 workers of the now defunct UT and Capital banks.
That was to be expected.
Right. It's easier for you to say, I know.
Well,
on the face of it, yeah, financially, it doesn't make sense.
It's not even like it's easier for me to say. It's painful to experience it, but we all knew
that's realistic.
that was going to be part of the consequences as the bank was absorbed.
Yeah.
So, or those banks being absorbed.
Yeah.
You can have 2, 3, 4 managers doing the same things.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in some of the branches will be collapsed, I think, because there are places, for example, in Cape Coast, we have GCB, and then they have UT.
See, when in fact, if you sold that UT property, you probably make a lot of money and still have the GCB bank.
In Asherman.
Yeah.
You have GCB here. Yeah. You have UT here. The share war.
And then if you have GCB, you have UT, and you have Capital.
Then that would be even troubling. Police arrest 10 minors for misconduct during demo. And Education Coalition proposed secretariat for free SHS.
There is a secretariat, isn't there?
Well, we're told. Is there?
Okay. Maybe
we've had a minister deputy who has been speaking a lot about it. Is there a secretariat? If there's a secretariat, there should be an appointee there. Quick look. Apple's... And Mavi and I will never use. You
never know.
We'll never use
Apple's iPhone X.
But I hear Apple is sweet when you have to use it. Very sweet phone.
Yeah. Well, other people say it's very restricting, but it's cool to use.
Yeah, it's only that you can't download your music.
Do you know how much it would cost the latest iPhone that was launched yesterday? They launched the 8 and the 10. The
one with this is $999. The one with 124 gig or 64 gig.
Yeah. Yesterday on the BBC, they were asking people, would you spend £1,000
£1,000
on an iPhone?
Would you spend £1,000?
But you see,
I think it's dollars, not.
That's but you know, so in the UK terms. So, but people, I think quite
and £1,000 means that after you bought the phone, it will come with other costs because
a few people said, well, they wouldn't mind if it's on contracts. Can you say same here in Ghana?
Ghana contract. You know, the phone companies try introducing that. We'll bet you at 24 months. Next one. Not this one.
So if you're an Apple person, well, you can check the details.
Togo president, people will buy it. People have the watch. They have the... Togo president requests cancellation of Israel and Africa summit amid unrest in his country. We understand. And then the next story, independent prosecutor will not be completely independent after all, we're told, by an NPP MP. And this one is about senior high school. Good. We've had difficulty. Myself, I've been grappling with some problems with the senior high school. But in all, I think that I'll give 8 over 10. So that's a good one. That's an 8. Free SHS not free after all. Parents decry extortion by heads. Please go to the page, myjoyonline.com. And let's go up, scroll up. Police arrest 10 minors for misconduct during the mall. We have other stories there. Radical Atuguba proposes courts use WhatsApp, Facebook for their work. And Kofi Bentil predicts VAT hike to fund. I'm also in support of this one. You increase the taxes on young funny SHS. My son will be enjoying 5 years.
See, somebody says I should allow you to flow. I think he's also a beneficiary from free SHS. You see from Sunyai sending that message. We're going to end. I think we'll only do my online today because we have to go. It's midweek. We've got business coming up, and we've got sports coming up as well. Roland is not doing politics. Jerry Abuaji and Kibi is coming to your aid. I don't know what. Do you look like you're drowning? Like people are coming to your rescue?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're not allowing me. You're not allowing me
I'm not allowing you. So people are coming to your rescue.
But I think that you don't like President Akufo-Addo. That's why.
Oh, look at him. Oh. See, you see why I don't allow him to go on when he starts.
That's a low blow. Don't take my word for it.
This one says, I pray for God's divine intervention and mercies for the term as school resumes. Good mornings from Augustine Southwood in Techshima.
So right now, there are no fees. So, Mama, did you know? Your children, do they go to British International?
Somebody says, tell Nana to stop studies fee. Which one is the studies fees? Is it GES?
Ghanaians want free. I even said if you want it free.
Is it GES approved? If it's not GES approved, I tell you what, you can stop your child from going to that studies. That's what you can do.
But I think you need to complement the education that is given by the state. The parents also need to be responsible.
Well, send us a lot more messages. We've got great conversations coming up here on the show today, so you definitely want to stick with us.